Now, Ashish Godbole has asked for your views on the NFOs in the newly crafted multi-cap category. Should one invest in them?
One is to understand that, why? Are you getting anything meaningful? There is a difference between, these multi-caps and the flexi-caps. Earlier, these multi-caps were flexi-caps. There was no restriction. They could invest anywhere. They were all go anywhere fund.
Yeah.
Then SEBI one day came up with a guideline which actually changed their life. They said that multi-cap funds must invest 25% into large cap, 25% into mid cap, and 25%, this is the minimum investment, 25% into small cap. So many of the funds had turned big, and they thought that if they have to necessarily invest, compulsorily invest 25% into a small cap, it will be a very difficult thing for them to manage. So they went, there was a hue and cry in the marketplace. The market actually went down because everybody thought that now fund managers will be forced to buy small cap and they'll be forced to sell large cap simply because the regulation has changed. SEBI understood that, okay, this is something which can negatively impact the market sentiment. They went about changing it. So they gave fund managers an opportunity that, okay, they allowed the creation of a flexi cap fund, which will retain the character of the erstwhile multi-cap fund. Then they said that if fund managers can actually change the character, change their objective from being a multi-cap fund to a flexi cap fund. So they carried on. Now, every fund manager is finding today that launching a new fund, they are able to attract more investors. So they are launching a new fund offer simply because there are bankers and there are distributors who are selling a new fund. And they have this window available because SEBI has said that you can't have more than one fund in a single category. So all those people who vacated this place, their chair of the multi-cap fund, they have this vacant chair which they're trying to fill, and they're trying to fill it opportunistically. They need it. Do you really need one thing? That's the first question to ask. The second question is that in some cases it might be useful, but generally one should avoid a generic category like multi-cap. Why invest in a new fund? Anything that you know about a fund is only after it has existed for a while. Yes. Here is a fund where it is only a story. The story is very well defined, that this much will be in equity, this much will be in small cap, large cap, mid cap, and so on and so forth. The real thing is that flexi cap funds managed by good fund managers face a constraint. Face a constraint that when they turn big, assuming there is a flexi cap fund, it has done well, it attracts, and this is a winner's curse. A fund does well, it gets more money. When it gets more money, it gets hard to deploy more money. And if the fund was somehow, trying to derive its performance or has delivered a great performance by investing a large number of great ideas in small companies, that is not a very replicable strategy. You have to really be on the lookout for a great company and be right with it. Not finding a great company is first challenge. And then and you have to find it ahead of others when everybody thinks that it is not a great company. And then the third thing is that you should be right. If you thought that it's a great company but it did not turn out to be a great company, it will be a disaster anyway. And once you succeed with this, then you have to see that is it replicable? More investors start pouring money into that fund. Can you find as many opportunities, as many ideas? So large flexi cap fund, they are finding it hard to invest meaningfully into small cap and mid caps. And if investors, it is actually like a forced diversification, that this much money will definitely be in small cap and mid cap. That is the difference between a flexi cap and a multi cap. But let them build the case for themselves. Let them prove their mettle, and then get back. You are not missing out on any great opportunity.
So avoid NFOs.
Yeah, they are avoidable.